Let's get started. The train whistled so the cow would get away from the tracks, but it doesn't consider this as a danger, so it ended up injured. See how this cow is standing on the rails and none of the people are doing something. Here is a more zoomed out angle of this horror. What would you do in this situation? Here is a more zoomed out angle of this horror. What would you do in this situation? All there is left of it, only its feathers. Here is a snake deciding to cross the tracks, disregarding the massive train approaching. You may be wondering why the man recording is not helping. These accidents mostly happen because train rails colliding with the natural habitats of animals. Unfortunately, animals can't recognize trains as a threat. Trains' large size and high speed is not helping them too, as you can see here. Another victim of a cargo train here is a little deer that is looking for his mom. Here is an example of a train's high speed. We all know bears have incredibly sensitive hearing, but unfortunately in this situation, they were busy playing and lost their friends. This deer was probably going to be okay if it were moving a little bit faster. After watching this video, you may probably think twice before crossing a rail. Here the machinist is trying to warn the cow by the train whistle, but its ending is near. That cow wasn't only the one whose ending was near. Look at the windshield. Not all stories end with bad ending too. Here is a clever cow moving away from the rails at the right time. However, the brutality of these collisions has been documented, such as the incident involving a train and a flock of sheep. But this flock specifically may have saved themselves. You decide. This poor dog was scared and wanted to get off the tracks, but that was his big mistake. You can see the dog has been sucked inside and disappeared without a trace. Now in this situation, there is absolutely nothing to do because it's pure unluckiness. Households near train tracks are advised to build fences to keep their animals safe, reducing the risk of accidents in cases where a train collides with a large cow. The damage can reach up to $500,000 per incident. See the swiftness of the cargo train? That's dangerous to all the species. Here, the man is trying to pull the deceased cow off the train, and he is struggling because it may be impossible. This cow was walking on the rails with his friend, but it didn't know it won't be able to walk for the rest of its life. Indian trains ran over more than 13,000 cattle in 2022, according to data released by the government. This is up 24% from 2019, when 10,609 cattle were hit by trains, according to numbers shared by 9 of 17 railway zones in India with the BBC. Here you can see dozens of animals caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. Alongside cattle, dogs are part of this accidents too. Unfortunately, sometimes they are in the wrong place because of their owners and the government. Not only animals, but humans are carefree sometimes too, as you can see. Sometimes invasive species like pigs are wiped out thanks to these trains. This cattle saved himself while these people are only looking. Do you want to know what happened to this cow after this collision? Here you can see. Some trains are not fast as you think, so that's why they can stop before hurting the cattle. The cow on the far front was very lucky, unlike his friends. India's sturdy trains have largely been able to withstand these incidents, though some of the newer trains have needed repairs after their nose and front panel were affected by these collisions. A railway's press release issued last October says that such incidents adversely affected rail operations and increased the possibility of rail accidents, including derailments. These chickens fell off a truck, but then wiped out with another truck, unfortunately. This man hopped onto his ride, but little did he know that the cattle was already on its way to die. The vast 67,546-mile network of the Indian Railways that largely cuts through a rural landscape is almost totally unfenced and allows cattle of all kinds to roam across tracks freely. Cattle grazing on grass or garbage along the tracks often end up getting hit. Despite being agile monkeys, they cannot escape a train moving at 50 miles per hour collisions. Governments must find robust solutions to address this issue. Crossing tracks when a train is near is strictly prohibited, as it is incredibly dangerous and should not be attempted. Life is not easy if you are a small animal, but sometimes it's not even easier when you are as big as an elephant. Because they move very slowly, elephants could be a victim of train incidents like these. Unfortunately, this elephant is heavily injured and cannot get up. We humans are not strong as them and can't help them either. Here you might ask, why do people sprinkle salt on dead elephants? The answer is to decompose them easily, which means that microbes work better on things in which salt is added. If you enjoyed the video, please support us by commenting your thoughts. Thank you, and see you in the next video.